According to reports, Stan is among the finalists for the Pelicans open position and will interview with the team, while Jeff is supposed to interview with the Rockets today and is currently one of their leading candidates. So, Shannon, how do you explain the Van Gundy brothers being such hot commodities right now?
Well, I mean, the little bit that I don't listen to the game broadcast, but I hear them speak before the game, Skip, and they're very knowledgeable. Stan Van Gundy, let's take Stan first. He did take the Magic to the NBA Finals. He did take the Heat to the Eastern Conference Finals before Coach Pat Riley came down and took over and ended up getting them across the finish line. Jeff Van Gundy, Skip, his knowledge is expansive. And I think him being a broadcaster, him and being around, staying around the game, if he can implement what he'd be talking about with Mark Jackson, hopefully Mark Jackson is in the running for one of these jobs or get an interview. If he can relay that to his team, Skip, the way he relays it to people that just watching, Skip, I think somebody's going to get a heck of a coach. But I think both of these guys will be well situated. I think, so basically it's Ty Lue, the Van Gundy brothers, and I don't know, for whatever reason, Mark Jackson's not even getting an interview. So I think, Skip, I like the Pelicans. I like them, but Skip, they're rebuild, and I think
they're just growing up.
They're growing. Well, yeah, Skip, it's going to take a while. And are you willing to take those growing lumps because the West is going to be loaded, and the expectations with Zion are going to be there. So, but I think both of these guys will make unbelievable candidates. Ty Lue gonna get one of these jobs?
I hope it's the Clippers. That's just me. So, Shannon Sharp, here's what I cannot quite wrap my head around. Here we have two Van Gundy brothers who played Division III basketball, who are now prime head coaching candidates once again for two very good jobs. Pelicans could be very good at some point, and Rockets, where Jeff was already the coach for 4 years. He lives in Houston. It'd be a silver platter job for him. But I sit back and think, a league is led by LeBron James and Anthony Davis and Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, and we can go Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving. And these two guys, older white guys, one's 61, Stan is 61, and Jeff is 58.
And Jeff had last coach in 2007.
That's correct. And they're going to get, quote-unquote, plum jobs. And again, Mark Jackson not getting an interview. I don't know what. This league is saying no to him.
Mark, whatever you said, look, what I may have said, what was said then is not my views currently. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. I apologize. But Skip, whatever the case may be, that can't be a death sentence, is it? That you can't even get an interview? Forget the job. Just let me sit in front of you and explain my side of the story.
I got it. So I don't mind team builders, architects who did not play basketball, because sometimes they're better at building teams than Michael Jordan is in Charlotte. And I talk about, you know, my guys like Sam Presti or R.C. Buford, who I think two are the best. They did not play at a high level at all. They were sort of walk-on type players. And
Rob
Pelinka was a player. I mean, he played at
He was on the team with the Fab Five.
5'6", right? He was the 6.
He was the 6 middle of the board, man.
David Griffin is very good, but he didn't play. He was a media intern, you know, in the media department for the Phoenix Suns and was there for many years and sort of worked his way up the ladder. I don't mind those guys because they can have an eye for it that an ex-player does not have. But when you are dealing with today's players and you're 61-year-old Stan Van Gundy or 58-year-old Jeff Van Gundy, I don't get the connection. They're both very good on TV. Jeff is extraordinary. He's got a great wit. He makes it fun and enlightening. So I got all that. But they were both products of Pat Riley. And I have nothing but the utmost respect, but Pat put both of them on the map. But if you look at their backgrounds, like Stan Van Gundy, think about this. So he plays for his dad in D3 at SUNY Brockport, that's State University of New York, up near Rochester. And then he goes to Vermont as an assistant and Carleton State College as the head coach, and Canisius and Fordham and UMass Lowell. And then he goes to Wisconsin. He finally, for 1 year, becomes head coach. And Pat got to know him a little bit on the recruiting trail and said, come to New York and be an assistant. And then Jeff becomes an assistant, sort of down the same path where he's a high school coach for a while. It's like, how did they even get in the NBA in the first place?
But Skip, if you think about it, look at Spoelstra. Look at the background, the road that he traveled. Look at Frank Vogel. Look at the road he traveled. And so that's seemingly how it is. But the black coaches, they got to play. If you ain't get no job, you ain't play. Because look at Ty Lue, look at Monty, Doc. Mark Jackson. For the most time, you look Casey Jones, Lenny Wilkins. You could just Bill Russell.
I got it. I got it. And I'm more comfortable with that concept than this concept, especially in today's NBA. Yet here, I sat back last night and I said, seriously? Jeff could get the Rockets and Stan could get the Pelicans. I think it's pretty much odds on that they're going to get
Jacques Bond. I mean, you thought enough of him to let him intern, let him interview for a job. Maybe he doesn't want to be on an assistant. Maybe he wants his own gig. I understand that's a great gig with the Brooklyn Nets under Steve Nash, and you got KD, and you got Kyrie, and LeVert, and all those guys. A lot of these guys coming back. But maybe he wants his own gig. Maybe he wants to do his own thing, Skip. I don't get it either, but look.
You know, if I'm those young Pelicans and you say, Stan Van Gundy's my head coach, I'm like, seriously?
Well, Skip, Jeff, I mean, you think about the oldest guy is probably 24, and you got a 61-year-old or a 58-year-old.
I got it.
What music? What music can we play? I mean, come on, Skip.
And Jeff constantly makes fun of himself on the broadcast about how much he doesn't know about social media or rap music or whatever it might be.
And these guys live on social media.
Yes, correct.
So
I don't get it, but you become a made man thanks to Pat Riley, and here you are.
Sam Cassell.
And to your point, and Jeff did get it was the strike year of '99. He got those Knicks to the finals.
NBA finals, yes.
And he was the head coach of the Knicks thanks to Pat Riley, and then the Rockets.
Right.
Okay.
I'm going to wrap this up, guys. Former Cowboy Orlando Scandrick is joining us to talk all things Dak Prescott and his future with or without the Cowboys. That's next.
No mercy.